barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. So let's go to the other side of the house because just put Link in the bed. He goes to bed earlier now. Today was his first day of school, y'all. Oh man, you talk about an emotional, fulfilled, happy day. He was happy and is excited to go back tomorrow. But let's talk about what Tyron and I spoke about as it relates to Errol Spence and the press conference and what happened. I don't know if you guys picked up on it, but Tyron and I spoke on it, and you guys need to go watch that. I know it's long, but I guarantee you it will be worth your while. Showtime sandbagged the Porters. They're tired. Listen, they were tired of the quote unquote, you guys call it ducking, business of boxing, however you want to see it. Errol Spence is the man. Showtime deemed Errol Spence the man. You know how I know Errol Spence is the man? Because I've never heard of a press conference in the World Championship when a man just won a WBC belt and they having a full-blown press conference before he steps on. Guys, I've been covering boxing 10 years. It's been more than 10 years now. I said 10 years 2 years ago, but my entire 30s. But I've never seen that before. And Tyra and when I walked in, I saw Errol Spence at the I saw him in the ring, and then I see him at the press conference. I'm like, oh my God. I see where this is going. They're going to make sure in the court of public opinion that fight should be next without them saying it. Listen, if I win a belt, ain't nobody raining on my parade. I don't give a damn. Like, I always have, if you guys saw that video I did about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I said not on game day. That's what I believe. And it's no way in hell Showtime should have a press conference of the IBF World Champion when the WBC belt was just won. You know, I thought that was pretty odd. I believe it was intentional. And they're building a court of public opinion right before our eyes. And at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself, does Showtime think or undervalue or overvalue? No, let's not overvalue. Let's use the word undervalue. Undervalue the WBC belt or actually undervalue Shawn Porter as champion? You got to ask yourself this because they wouldn't, I guarantee you they wouldn't do this before Deontay Wilder if he wasn't on the card. I mean, they could have brought in Charles Martin. They could have brought in Kornecki. He brought over 1,200 people to the stadium. He deserves a press conference. They could have brought in Chris Colbert, Hutchinson, Hitchinson, excuse me. They had many options, but Errol Spence had a 20-minute press conference and then came back to the DS when Shawn Porter was in there. So at the end of the day, they're building those visual optics. All right? They're building the narrative right before our very eyes. And that's the truth. They wouldn't do this. No promoter would do this before a Triple G Canelo fight. This is the first time I've ever seen this. They usually do this, and you guys can agree with me. They usually do this. They usually have a press conference before the main card comes on, before the TV edition of the telecast comes on. So if the telecast comes on at 7, they'll have a press conference at 5. Remember in February when Shawn Porter called out Keith Thurman? That was when Joseph Parker came through. That was the press conference that they typically do, but they never do it post-fight. And at the end of the day, Showtime is basically saying either get down or lay down. Errol Spence, they're basically saying Errol Spence, Deontay Wilder, and Mikey Garcia. Well, let's just stick with the two that we know. Deontay Wilder and Errol Spence, those are our man. That's who we're going to build around right now. And everyone else, you guys are great as well. We're not disrespecting you, but at the end of the day, these are the people that's going to bring in the ratings as of right now. We know Deontay Wilder is a proven commodity. Errol Spence sells out against Ocampo, which was amazing. I lost money, as I told you guys in the video with Tyron. I lost money on that deal. I didn't. It was no. It was no. Uh, I lost money on the deal. I had a great time. Now I want to go back. I'll just be real with you. I want to go back. And so Errol Spence, have a fight there, man. Once a year. June is coming up. Have a fight there in June, man. Every June. That'll be awesome. The Dallas fans are amazing. I get to connect with people from New Media, LDBC, Black Fight Fan lives out there. He took me to a place called Heartache, right? I think it's called Heartache. Only thing you're going to leave there smelling like barbecue, but the barbecue was amazing. We got to do that again, Black Fight Fan. So hopefully you guys understand what the hell is going on. They're not going to say. Listen, executives and everybody can't say what's going on, but they just built Errol Spence's profile by 10,000. He got memes running all over the place right now. Gervonta Tank Davis got memes running all over the place right now. Adrian Broner called Dan Rafael fat. They were the biggest winners. They got, I mean, honestly, in terms of trending and building profiles, Errol Spence was the biggest winner, and he didn't throw a punch. So those are my thoughts. Tyron, I wanted to do a video on it, and I forgot, but I'll be honest. When I walked in Saturday, I couldn't believe it. I was like, what the hell? I mean, I went with it, obviously. I'm not going to say, what is Errol Spence doing up there when Shawn Porter's coming up? Believe me. But I thought that was really odd. But knowing the landscape of boxing as it is today, that's what it is. Man, they dropped a major bomb on him. But anyways, man, you guys be the judge. I'll listen in the comment section. And Tyron, they calling for you, man. We got to do a weekly show, man. We got to do a weekly show and talk boxing. We got Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury coming up. We got so many fights coming up, man. And you're so honest and forthright because you have. See, the great thing about Tyron is he doesn't have to. He watches boxing from he knows the most important thing is that he knows is boxing. You can hear how it goes off his tongue so easily, like the Zab Judah Cotto fight. Oh man, that was hellacious, right? That was hellacious. Like stop the damn fight, you know. But just him saying that and making comparison to fights that happened 10 and 15 years ago is like he knows his shit. So I'm gonna stay on him. Hopefully he'll do it. I'm gonna make sure that he does it. And we're going to convince him to start his own YouTube page. But he writes so much. You guys need to follow him, Tyron Brown 24/7. You guys need to follow him on Instagram because he writes. If you guys are into writing music, he writes music all the time. I'm always in his stories listening to the new music he wrote. He writes at least 4 songs a day, between 2 and 4 songs a day, or at least 4 days a week. And so. He's a platinum songwriter, So, anyways, I'm gonna stay on him about that. You guys want more of him? I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna do my best to make sure that happens, and we're gonna get it popped. So, anyways, man, barbershop conversations, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. But I'm real curious to know what you guys think about did Showtime sandbag him or was it a perfect coincidence? Because post fight, Errol Spence profile, I believe, exceeded Shawn Porter. And honestly, a lot of media outlets aren't going to say it, but I can tell by the way they were asking Errol Spence questions as to say he's the fearless man, he's the biggest man on the block, why won't people fight you? Well, if this person, they asked, if this person don't fight you, will you fight this person? You get how the media is framing the questions, but they won't say, Shawn Porter, are you ducking Errol Spence? And I wouldn't ask that question, being that he just won a WBC belt. I would respect that. I would never ask Shawn Porter that on that night because he deserves it, man. He deserves to go have dinner with his family and his son and his team and have a great night. That's just what I believe. I'm not taking his thunder away. I would never do that. because never on game day, right? That's my mindset. But Monday morning, when he lands his plane, the conversation starts. You know, everyone wants Errol Spence in a big fight. Everyone believes Errol Spence is the goods, and he's willing to prove it. He has an O, and he's willing to let it go, right? And he even told Shawn Porter, "Don't duck me, son." It's just so much going on, man. It's just crazy, man. But anyways, man, barbershop conversations, man. I'm real interested in the comment section, and we'll move forward from there. So barbershop conversations. Feel free to hit the subscribe button, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.